Good morning, buddies. Here I am again with the series, related to the chapter The Earth and the Solar System. This is the fifth series, according to me, if I'm not wrong. One more series will be there, and that series will be discussing about exercise questions and the other questions which I have given in the notes. Sorry, as activities, whatever we have learned through this chapter. So let us start the chapter with the thought that is, don't keep your dreams in your eyes. They may fall as tears. Keep them in your heart so that every heartbeat may remind you to convert them into reality. So here we are going to start the chapter with this thought, a very positive thought. The chapter, The Earth and the Solar System, and the fifth series of the chapter, in which we are going to discuss the rest of the topics from the chapter, that is the other celestial bodies, and will be summing up also. Exercise questions will be related to these topics will be discussed in the last video series, okay? And because I have given some extra activities also there, which is related to the book only. So here we are with the asteroids. As you can see, a very big chunk of rock in the image. Are you able to see that? That chunk of rock, large one. So that chunk of rock, which is somehow looking like a planet, is an asteroid. Okay. They are also called planetoids. As you can see that they are planet-like objects. They are in the shape of planet. That is why they are known as planetoids and or minor planets as well. Each asteroid follows its own orbit around the sun. Okay. Each asteroid follows its own orbit around the sun, and there is a belt which is known as asteroid belt. Okay, so this asteroid belt is the main belt which is lying between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, where these asteroids keep revolving. Okay, this belt has billions of asteroids, and it stretches up from about 250 million to 600 million kilometers from the sun. It is believed that asteroids are broken pieces of some planet which probably exploded soon after its birth. Okay, and as we can see, and these asteroids can be a few feet wide to several hundred miles wide. Most of them orbit around the sun. Okay, there is a region in space between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter where these asteroids revolve, and this main belt is known as the asteroid belt. Moving on to the next space rock, that is meteors. Here we will be discussing one more key term related to this one, because meteors are called when they enter the space, enter the earth's surface. Okay, not when they are in space, they are not called meteors. There they are called meteoroids. 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 What are meteoroids? Meteoroids are little chunks of rock and debris in space. Okay, they become meteors or shooting stars. These meteors are also known as shooting stars. So they become meteors when they fall through the earth's atmosphere. As you can see in the very first picture, you are able to see the meteor, okay, because it has entered the earth's surface. You can see that there is a bright tail also, as they are heated by the friction of the atmosphere. Okay, so these meteors, when they enter the surface of earth, the earth's atmosphere, then they are called meteors. Okay, they are small pieces of rocks revolving around the sun. Okay, The presence of meteors in the sky is known only when they enter the Earth's atmosphere. Most of them burn up and become gases, but some of them, which are big, okay, thus are not burnt up completely. So they hit the surface of the earth, and when they hit the surface of the earth, they are called meteorites. Okay, what they are called? Meteorites. Okay, most of the meteors break up in the atmosphere before they can strike the surface, and when they strike the surface of the earth, they are called meteorites. In space, they are called meteoroids. When they enter the Earth's atmosphere, they are called meteors, and when they strike the surface of the Earth, they are called meteoroids. The next picture, whatever you are seeing is a meteor crater. This means that meteorite means it hit the surface, and this crater occurred because of its hit. It strike to the earth's surface. Okay, this is a meteor crater which is in North Arizona state in USA. Okay, there will be a question arising in your mind that what is crater. As you can see from the picture that there is a depression over there. Okay, so it's quite deep. So the depression which may be formed either by falling of a large meteor on the surface of the earth or by the volcanic eruption, okay, is called a crater. Meteor crater, this crater of North Arizona in USA is nearly 1 mile across, and the circumference of this crater is 2.4 miles, and the depth of this crater is more than 550 feet. Okay, its depth is more than 550 feet. Moving on to the last space rock, that is the comet. As you can see from the picture, it is looking like a head is there and a luminous tail is there. This is a comet. It is believed that there are about 200 crore comets orbiting the sun. These are huge lumps of snow and rocky dust. Okay, they have these are the bodies with a head and a long luminous tail made up of dust and frozen gases. They do not appear each year. Okay, they appear in the sky after a long period of time. There are certain intervals. Okay, suppose one of the famous comet is the Halley's comet. Okay, it was last seen in 1986. It will appear again after 76 years, that is in 2062, that Halley's comet is again gonna appear. I hope I'll not be alive, so if you guys will be there, do give me this fact, okay, while seeing the sky. I'll be there watching you guys. Okay, that's a joke. Jokes apart, moving on to the video, okay, which is related to this one, the space rocks. Let us go through the video and try to understand the concept of these space rocks. Okay, let us see.
Comet. A comet is a collection of large number of rocky and metallic particles coated with frozen ice of water, carbon dioxide, ammonia, and methane. Comets revolve around the Sun like planets. The orbits of comets are very large and very eccentric. The narrow head of the comet is composed of billions of small bits of rocks and dust particles. It shines brightly by the reflection of sunlight. As the comet approaches the Sun, the ice crystals vaporize to form the tail that points away from the Sun and extends millions of miles in space. The tail always points away from the Sun as the Sun's rays repel the gases. As the comet moves away from the Sun, the gases condense and freeze again, and the tail disappears. The period of revolution of a comet around the Sun is very large. For example, the period of revolution of the most famous comet Halley's Comet is 76 years. It was last seen in 1986. Meteors and meteorites. Meteors are the celestial bodies in the sky that we see as a bright streak of light that flashes for a moment across the night sky. Meteors are also called shooting stars. Each time a comet passes the sun, it loses some of the gases, and ultimately only dust particles and stony or metallic rocks are left behind. When these particles enter the Earth's atmosphere, they burn as a result of the heat produced by friction and become visible as a bright streak of light shooting down the night sky. Most of the meteors are smaller than a grain of sand and burn completely on entering Earth's atmosphere. But a few of them are big and do not burn completely. These meteors that do not burn completely on entering the Earth's atmosphere and land on the surface of the Earth as a rock are called meteorites. Asteroids. Asteroids are huge lumps of rocks orbiting around the Sun, mainly between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Asteroids are too small and too far from the Earth to be seen with the naked eye. Through telescopes, they look like faint stars and hence are called asteroids. It is believed that there was a planet between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. This planet broke into fragments as a result of the powerful gravitational force exerted by Jupiter. But the fragments continued to revolve around the Sun in their respective orbits, forming asteroids. Ceres is the largest asteroid known. According to another theory, the asteroids were formed at the same time as the rest of the planets. But these smaller bodies somehow failed to assemble into a planet.
So this was the video uh, regarding the topic, the space rocks, the asteroids, meteors and comets. We'll move ahead to the next topic, that is the constellations. The constellations are group of bright stars in the sky. Okay, actually these constellations are somehow, they can be recognized because in the sky, because they appear to form different shapes and patterns. If you observe the stars in the clear night sky, they appear to form different shapes and patterns and move from west to east. Okay, the formations may resemble animals, humans, or any other object. The group of stars, bright stars, which are recognized by their formations, are called constellations. So, what are constellations? The group of stars which are recognized by their formations are called constellations. Okay. The people of ancient civilizations attributed figures of animals, people, and mythical beasts to these groups. In ancient days, the constellations were believed to influence the daily life of people on earth. They were used to guide for planting and harvesting crops and slaughtering animals. Okay, and the most recognizable constellation is the Saptarishi. Okay, is a part of Great Bear. Okay, we'll be discussing this topic through a video as well. Okay, let us go through a figure which is from the book. Okay, this is the figure. This is from book which I have pasted it over here. As you can see, Saptarishi is quite visible, and you can also see that oh, sorry with this one. As you can see that the other constellations are also there. It's Aquarius, okay, Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, Scorpions, Libra, Leo, and Cancer. These are the constellations. As we have already discussed that these formations may resemble animal, humans, or any other object. Okay, as you can see. And here is the Saptarishi. Okay, this is the Saptarishi Mandal, group of 7 stars. As you can see that there are 2 bright stars at the head of Saptarishi. You can see here, one here and second is here. 2 bright stars at the head of Saptarishi, which are called pointers. Okay, these pointers point towards the stationary star. As you can see, there is a stationary star. Are you able to see it? Pole star is there. Okay, a stationary star called pole star. In India, we call it a Dhruv Tara. Okay, pole star lies above the North Pole and it always indicates the north direction. Okay, here we are done with this figure. Moving on to back to the constellation, the topic, the constellation. Here you can see that in ancient times, people used to find the north direction with the help of stars. The pole star indicates the north. Okay, and we can easily locate the position of pole star if we are knowing the shape of, by knowing the shape of Saptarishi as well. Okay. So Indians and Greeks have been studying the shapes and patterns of these stars since ancient times. In modern times, the space scientists and astronomers use powerful and large-sized telescopes to study these celestial bodies. Here is a video regarding to the topic which we have discussed right now. Let us go through the video. Okay.
A majority of the stars in the sky appear to be grouped together, forming interesting patterns. These patterns resemble a variety of objects on Earth, such as animals and human beings. The groups of stars in the sky forming recognizable patterns and shapes are called constellations. There are 88 known constellations in the universe. The prominent constellations are Ursa Major or Great Bear, Ursa Minor or Little Bear, Taurus or Bull, Orion or Hunter, Scorpio. Ursa Major. When you look towards the northern sky in July and August, you will find a group of 7 stars that resembles a plough or a kite with a tail. This constellation is also called Great Bear, and its Indian name is Saptarishi. The constellation is called Great Bear as it resembles a bear. The 4 stars making a quadrangle form the body and the 3 stars form the tail. The 2 stars marked 1 and 2 are known as pointer stars, as they point in the direction of the pole star. Ursa Minor. The Ursa Minor is a group of comparatively less bright stars resembling Ursa Major. It is smaller in size. Its Indian name is Laghu Saptarishi or Dhruva Matsya. The English name of Ursa Minor is Little Bear. The pole star is located in this constellation. Taurus or Bull. The Taurus constellation has the shape of a bull. It is visible during the winter season. The Indian name for this constellation is Vrishabha. Orion or Hunter. The stars are arranged in the Orion constellation in such a way that they resemble a hunter. The arrangement of the prominent stars in this constellation is shown here. The Indian name of this constellation is Mriga. Orion is visible during the winter season. Scorpio. The Scorpio constellation has a group of stars which resembles the shape of a scorpion. The Indian name for this constellation is Vrishchika. You can see this constellation during the summer season. Night sky. Look out for this feature in your daily newspaper and locate the constellations in the night sky.
Okay, so that was the end of the video. Let us end our video also, okay, with the sum up. Whatever we have gone through, we are going to sum all the topics here in this section. The heavenly bodies include stars, planets, satellites, asteroids, comets, and meteors. Okay, they are also known as celestial bodies. The distance between the heavenly bodies in the universe is measured in light years, and we have already discussed that the distance covered by a ray of light in a year is called a light year. And we also know that light travels at a speed of about 3 lakh kilometer per second. Okay, moving on to the third one. The stars are huge hot bodies of gases which have their own heat and light. The solar system has the sun, 8 planets, satellites, asteroids, meteors, comets, and other celestial bodies. Okay. The sun is our main source of heat and light, as we have already discussed that the sun is the main source of heat and light. We have also discussed that it is a star, okay, though it is a star, but it looks big. Why? Because it is close to our planet Earth, okay. And due to the sun's huge size, all members of the solar system are held by its gravitational pull and they revolve round it in their respective orbits. Okay, and we have also discussed that the rays of the sun reach the earth's surface in about 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Moving on to the next one, that is the sixth one. The 8 planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Jupiter is the biggest and Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system, as we all know. And the next one, all the planets rotate on their axis and revolve around the sun from west to east. The moon was the only known satellite until 1610, and as we know that two astronauts, American astronauts, Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin, landed on the moon, that is on July 1969, okay, with a lunar module of Apollo 11. Okay, and after them, the other countries also followed the same step. The main belt of asteroids lies between the orbits of the Mars and Jupiter. Okay, this main belt is known as the asteroid belt. A comet has a long luminous tail. We have already discussed about it. It grows larger as it comes closer to the sun. The meteors, also called shooting stars, are known only when they enter the Earth's atmosphere. As we have discussed, that in space it is known as meteoroids. When they enter the Earth's atmosphere, they are called meteors, and when they hit the Earth's surface, they are called meteorites. Okay, one of the example was given, a meteor crater of North Arizona in USA. And the last topic which we have discussed, the constellation, the group of stars recognized by their formations are constellations. So we are done with the chapter. Okay, few exercise questions are there which I will be discussing in the next topic in the next video, and that will be the last video of the chapter. Okay, till then, have a nice day and goodbye.